NASA recently released what they're calling the deepest infrared image of the universe yet. It's one of the most exciting moments for the scientific community. For me, observing the image was a reminder of the Big Bang Theory. Interestingly enough, in studying African cosmology, I would at times run into belief systems that sounded very similar to our modern or scientific explanation of the universe's origin. Today, I wanted to explore this a little further. What up, African world? It's Omsim here, and welcome back to another video of African history, culture, and worldview. By supporting this channel on Patreon, you're helping in the creation of these videos and contributing to this content. On Patreon, you can find more in-depth courses on African history. Also, your support helps the channel grow, improving production quality and future animated projects. And with a word from my sponsors, there's a new social media platform dedicated to educating and uplifting our people. No longer do we have to be censored for speaking our truth. OBT Social is Black owned and operated, and a place where you can post your businesses and even monetize your content. You can visit the website at obtsocial.com. Links to everything in the description box below. To begin, this video is not intended to make any claims that Africans invented or discovered the concept of the Big Bang, nor is it making any claims that Western society inherited these concepts from the African continent. Its purpose is simply to explore the striking parallels between the ideas of some African cosmologies and modern scientific thought. Throughout my life, I would often hear about the Big Bang through the education system and popular culture. There's even a show called The Big Bang Theory. So I was very familiar with the ideas presented by this modern explanation of the universe. With this awareness, my studies in African cosmology would often remind me of the Big Bang Theory. The ways in which some Africans explained it, however, was more symbolic or abstract. But even the symbolism, subjectively speaking, painted a picture that was very similar to the Big Bang Theory. Now, it's important to understand that African cosmology is not unified in its belief or understanding about the universe. Africans are diverse, and so ideas about our origins will be diverse as well. That being said, there are only a few cosmological beliefs that may remind an individual of the Big Bang. Today, I wanted to speak about what I believe to be the strongest African concepts that parallel with the Big Bang Theory. I believe these cosmological concepts come from the Dogon and Bakongo peoples. I'm limited in my knowledge about African cosmology, so I really need help from the diaspora in discovering any other belief systems that may have parallels with the Big Bang. If you know of any, please share in the comments section below. Let's start by defining the Big Bang. I tried to find the simplest explanation. The Big Bang Theory, widely regarded as the leading explanation for the origin of the universe, posits that space and time sprang into being about 14 billion years ago in a hot, expanding fireball of nearly infinite density. This definition specifically seems very similar to the African cosmological idea that the Bakongo people present. The Bakongo people were the founders of the 14th century Congo Empire in Central Africa. Their ideas about the origin of the universe, however, no doubt predates the 14th century. What we have referred to as the Big Bang Theory, the Bakongo may have called Kalunga. Interestingly enough, the term or title Kalunga may refer to several different things throughout Central Africa in general, but one of its concepts sounds very similar to the description of the Big Bang Theory. In Bakongo cosmology, Kalunga is the fire force. It emerges complete from within Mbungi, the empty circle in existence before creation. The Kalunga fires up and releases a storm of projectiles, overrunning the Mbungi. Because life would emerge from this event, Kalunga is the source and origin of life and potential, the force that continually generates. Upon reading this explanation about Kalunga expounded upon by the Encyclopedia of African Religion, I couldn't help but see parallels with the Big Bang Theory. So what are these parallels? Well, according to the definition of the Big Bang, the universe sprang from a hot fireball of sorts, and in a similar vein, Kalunga is referred to as a fire force. Also, according to the Big Bang Theory, this heat source exploded, creating everything we see in the universe. The Bakongo also claimed that the Kalunga released a storm of projectiles which ultimately created life. But one of the more interesting parallels between how Kalunga was described and the Big Bang Theory is the concept of an expanding universe. Some scientists claim that the universe is expanding because it initially exploded and spread. According to Kalunga, this life force created by the initial storm of primordial projectiles, if you will, is a force that is also continually generating. Now, of course, these concepts and ideas don't fit perfectly, but the similarities are striking to say the least. The language used for 14th century Africans and modern scientists in explaining the universe are obviously going to be very different. But even in this difference, we see remarkable parallels. Another African cosmological concept that shares similarities with the Big Bang comes from the Dogon people of Mali. The Dogon people have been studied before concerning some of their knowledge of the universe. According to the Encyclopedia of African Religion, the Dogon conceive of the unformed universe as a kind of primordial ball that contained all of the potential seeds or signs of the future universe. This ball is referred to as Ama's egg, and Dogon artistic renderings of it take the same cone-like shape as the event horizon of a black hole in science. Likewise, Dogon descriptions of the formation of the universe from this egg are distinctly reminiscent of the Big Bang Theory in science. According to Dogon myth, some undefined impulse caused this ball to open, releasing a whirlwind that spun and scattered its contents to all corners of the universe, ultimately forming all of the galaxies of stars and planets. It's incredible that Africans in West and Central Africa present nearly the same ideas concerning the origin of the universe. With this explanation, it's hard to imagine anyone not seeing the parallels between these African concepts and our modern Big Bang Theory. I find it absolutely fascinating. Anyway, if you guys know of any other African cosmological concepts that are similar to the Big Bang, please share in the comments below. And if you like these videos and want to support in its continued development, consider supporting the home team on patreon.com. The link is in the description box below. Know thyself, remember your ancestors. Peace.